Yo, what up, Standout Sports fam? It is me, of course, Gus, and my boy Rap Money. We got a quick video, an interesting video, a new topic, fresh off, and we gonna get right into it. It's a pick one between of a controversial thing, on the social media that just popped up today,
It's popped
and
up.
it's gonna be a wild ride. For first of all, I should have been said this, but follow me at all social media handles at Gus Guy Fans. And follow our page on Facebook, like, share all of our stuff. Standout Sports, Standout Sports, Standout Sports. And I'm gonna pass it off to my boy Ramon.
Hi, how you doing, guys? You know what to do. Follow me on all social media handles at Rob Monies. And like Darian said, yeah, we got another, pick one for you guys today. Controversial topic, like he said, that popped out today. Keenan Allen. After the NFL 100, it was like I think they released the top 70, or no, top 70 through 100. And Keenan Allen was pretty upset. That Mike Evans, Cheetah, Chris Godwin, and some other people were put in front of him. So but so obviously the main focus on this pick one is obviously Keenan Allen and Mike Evans because those are the ones really going at each other. So I mean, when you're talking about Keenan Allen, like I told you before, he's a very efficient route runner. Stephon Gilmore even put out today too. He's a very crisp route runner. But my problem with him has always been he's injury prone.
Phenomenal wide receiver.
Yeah, like I said, injury prone. Because there was a season where he only played 8 games, and the season where he only played 1 game. So you know what I mean. So he needs to get himself together.
Yeah, see, personally, I didn't know that, and that changes my perspective completely. And my takeaways from Keenan Allen was that he does a lot of diving catches. He doesn't like from what I was seeing, like personally, based off last season because he had a terrific season last season. He had what
Yeah,
over I think what was it,
he
how
had
many
one
catches
point
did he have?
catches. Was
He had a lot of catches and he had a ton of yards. He had about didn't he have about 1,200 this year or over 1,200?
he was literally a yard short of 1,200.
Okay, okay.
So
But yeah, but what I was chiming in on was I don't see him carrying the ball a lot after he catches it, or he do a lot of diving catches. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, when we break down like the stats, yards per reception, Mike Evans has 15.7, where Keenan Allen himself has 12.2, and then when you're going by yards per game, it's the average is 80 for Mike Evans and 75 for Keenan Allen. And my thing is obviously like when you look at like when you break down the actual like stats, like career stats, Keenan Allen has been in the league a year longer than Mike Evans, but like I said, the whole him getting hurt. So when you look
In
at like
2 seasons.
yeah, so when Mike Evans has 7,260 receiving yards when Keenan Allen has 6,405, and then with touchdowns, um, Mike Evans has 48, where Keenan Allen only has 34, and then that was like kind of like when I was thinking about this perspective, I was like, I'm Mike Evans, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, but what would the stats be like if Keenan Allen wasn't getting hurt all the time? You feel me?
Hmm.
But
That's the bigger picture, to be honest with you.
it is the bigger picture, honestly. But like, I'm still more Mike Evans because I just think he's a bigger target. I just think like I don't know. I just because there was a season though. Keenan Allen, Mike Evans has been playing like 15, 16 games a season. There was a season where I think Keenan Allen did play 13, I believe. It was like between 13. It was like between 12 and 15, and he had like only 700, 800 yards. So obviously he wasn't. So overall, like he wasn't hurt that season, or maybe he was. I don't know, but he still played over like 12 games, but he only had like 800 yards or whatever. So I would say I'm going Mike Evans personally. Like I said, because he's a bigger target. But in all of his seasons since he's been in the league have been 100, have been 1,000 yard plus seasons. But when you actually break down like the actual like when you go by accolades, Keenan Allen has the better accolades. He has a rookie of the year under his belt. He has a comeback player of the year under his belt. So that's also like kind
Yeah.
of that's something to think about when you're picking the topic. And then you guys also think about quarterbacks too. Keenan has had Philip
True.
Rivers his whole career, and Mike Evans has had um, Jameis Winston. So
That James for a minute now. And
yeah,
another thing, most of last year, he was catching a lot of deep balls from Jameis, while Jameis was throwing a lot of interceptions. But
like,
we just gonna see what he doing on New Orleans.
and
We talk about Mike here,
and
but
so
go ahead, Ramon.
oh yeah, and like obviously we want to see how this this year's gonna play out for both those receivers because they're both getting new quarterbacks. Mike Evans is getting Tom Brady, the GOAT,
Mm.
and then
Whew.
you don't know who for sure Keenan Allen's getting yet. He's either getting Tyrod Taylor or he's getting Justin Herbert. So that's also something to think. That's also something to think about too, going into the future when you're evaluating who's the better receiver. Like, what is he do? Like, what is he doing? Like, who's doing what with who? Because like so many years, like we're talking about like for example, we're talking about Julio, like the whole like Julio or like Michael Thomas, like versus like if you're comparing DeAndre Hopkins, DeAndre like Julio and Michael Thomas are doing this with Matt Ryan and Drew Brees when D Hop was doing what he was doing with Savage. I'm pretty sure Whedon. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing what he was doing with Bum. So you got to also like that's a big thing to compare about with the
And then
future. Like
he got Watson, and it was just
it was busting,
that's it's fantastic.
right? So you got to that's like one thing you got to like really think about going on to like this next season. Like, is he get like can Keenan Allen produce with a lower end quarterback, and can Mike Evans produce or keep on producing or produce more with the
With
higher end
Tom Brady.
quarterback? Yeah.
Right, right.
So and I mean,
This
and then
season's gonna be really interesting between the two.
yeah,
And agreeing with you, I would take Mike Evans because of course he's a bigger target. He's 6'5". He's an excellent route runner. He got good hands, and he gains those extra yards when he gets the ball.
yeah,
So of course, Mike Evans would be the popular pick.
definitely. I mean, yeah, I think personally, Mike Evans is gonna have a field day with Tom Brady. You know what I mean? I think it's really gonna be
It's gonna be fun to watch. I ain't gonna lie to you.
because
It's
I
gonna
think
be really fun to watch.
like obviously when you're looking at
Tampa's old line's not bad either.
yeah, that was one thing that they were fixing through the draft mostly, or trying to fix through draft and via free agency was offensive line because obviously Tom Brady's like 40, 42, 43. So he's
He on
getting,
that old man time. I can tell you that much.
I'm saying, yeah. So you actually want to protect him so he can make those throws and not get put on his ass every day. You know, but I think really, yeah, Mike Evans doesn't have a field day with Tom Brady. I think if like I said, they've been ever since he got signed to Tampa, he's been out there. He's been working. He's been making sure he's building like that bond with his new teammates. So, once that season starts, it's no games. Like that boy Tom ain't playing. He trying to like that boy really trying to play till he 50 or something. I don't know what he trying to do. But
He try to play till he 50.
he trying to play. He trying to play for real. So I think, and it's just like obviously the IQ that Tom has, and then not saying that Herbert and Tyrod don't have good IQ or nothing, but it's just obviously Tom's been doing this for a minute. And I
You
think
talk about Tom Brady, bro.
definitely
6 rings.
6 rings. I just think now the thing is, obviously, when you get the older you get, what I'm saying, the more like
The more your athleticism decline, and
right. So
Brady ain't no athletic guy really.
right. So my thing is, can he get Mike Evans that ball like 50, like 40, 30? You know what I'm saying, like all the time because he's gonna
Hmm.
make those grabs. He's gonna make those grabs, but can you get it to him? That's the question. That's the real question. But I believe, and you got to obviously Herbert has to work on like accuracy. Tyrod Taylor has to work on just my thing for Tyrod is obviously keeping a starting job. You know what I mean? Because he's basically a bridge quarterback. That's really what he is. Like
Mm.
basically what they did with Baker.
What was it this last season? He was in Indianapolis, right? Was it Indianapolis?
I think Tyrod was in San Diego last year.
San Diego?
I think so.
Oh, okay,
It
okay,
was, it
okay.
was the year before. It
So
was
he's
the
in San Diego. So second string for Philip.
actually I think it was in. I'm pretty sure he was in L.A. last year. I'm not really 100% sure, but like he's just a bridge quarterback
It's
because
been a
like
minute since I heard his name. To be honest with
yeah, because he was a bridge in Cleveland because obviously he started in Cleveland and then he got hurt and that's when Baker that one game he got hurt. That's when Baker started taking over. You know.
you. Oh yeah, yeah. They started putting their faith in Baker. Good old Baker.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to see what these two star wide receivers, do this season. I think they're both. Regardless, I think they're both gonna have 1,000-yard seasons. Mike Evans for sure, but it's obviously
hmm
we're gonna see what happens.
hmm I can't wait to see Tampa Bay play.
Me too. It's gonna be interesting. You know, that's a good squad. Like on paper, that's a good squad you got there. And
Oh God, that was the thing I noticed too. Mike Evans looks good on paper. Then that's when I had to look more into his career and his highlights and why Mike Evans is Mike Evans.
I remember I had him on a couple of years ago. I had him on man. I was like Mike who? Busting though. He's cold. He's cold. You know,
He went to Texas A&M too, so definitely went
I
to
don't want I don't want to come out here
a
and say I'm
decent football program.
right. I don't want to come out here and be like I'm a huge fan, but like I'm a fan. He's good. He can do it. He can do his thing.
He said he could do his thing.
But yeah,
Honestly, I just got in tune with him this year,
yeah.
like this 2019 season. Yeah,
I've been into
'cause he
him.
had like a catcher of the year. Yeah, he had like one of a catcher of the year candidate with like what team was it on? I can't remember. It might have been. It might have been the Panthers. He like literally caught a mid-air catch and like spun 360 degrees. It was so great. I ain't even gonna cap. Ain't even gonna cap.
But yeah, I mean, really, that's all we had today. I guess standout fans. So thank you for tuning in for another episode of Science Over Stats. We're gonna have more pick one soon, and like I told you guys in the last episode, um, I do really want to start having people on here. We're gonna start bringing in like athletes, artists, just chop it up. Get the views. You know what I'm
Fellow
saying?
enthusiasts.
Right, yeah. And we're gonna start hopefully picking. The more love and support someone shows or whoever, the more likely we're gonna grab you to bring you on here and have a topic for you. So,
So
you know,
pretty much, yeah, everything we do is to build our podcast, our page, our image,
right,
and our culture. So the more and more y'all tune in and give us feedback and things that we should, work on and things that we should do, the better things is gonna be for everybody, and most importantly for the audience, for the people we do this for.
exactly. Yeah, like I said, we want to obviously spread the love. Like we don't want to be on those people that's like whatever. Like I don't, you don't really see a lot of like podcasts like this or like in general just bring on random fans or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a goal. We want to build a relationship. Like we said many times. Build a foundation and just make this something special. Like so you guys can come to us and what I'm saying, just chop it up. Have a good time. Like I'm always, we're always instantly. You know what I'm saying, making new friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying. We ain't no assholes or nothing. You feel me? but but yeah.
The truth.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back with another pick one, and we'll be back with more podcasts very soon.
It's up there and it's stuck there.
Yes, sir.